Great to try up there, yeah. There's cattle up here or something like that.
"90 seconds into this intermediate reserve final, coming to you from Convoy. It's Carndonagh versus Aodh Ruadh, and no score on the board for either side. Carndonagh shaping up at this opening 45. It's driven into the danger zone, and the outsiders today on the offensive, but Brian Dorian bursts clear for Aodh Ruadh. Shoulder into the side from Rion Traynor, and the referee eventually giving a free out for Trainor's endeavour. Gary Carty with the ball in hand. Leaves it for Martin Goller. Goller, linchpin of this side this year. The Rhodes engineer, based in Donegal town, delivers a poor ball. Sent back down the park. Carndonagh not fancied by many. Their centre half forward Dermot Doherty's on the ball as the Inishowen men move forward now. The target inside is JJ Doherty, big man. Carndonagh side that have beaten Niamh Columkill, Niamh Wurra and Niamh Columba to nail down a slot in this afternoon's showpiece. Gary Carty working hard to keep that ball in play. There's surely a foul there. And Stephen Perry, the offended party. Melissa Hollyman winning the free. From away out in the 45, full forward Gareth Blake has decided that he'll come out to take it. Blake, of course, veteran of many Aodh Ruadh senior campaigns, now plying his trade at reserve level. Blake taking his time, sending it high. Stephen Perry under it. Can't gather cleanly. And the referee giving a free kick to Carndonagh cornerback Paul Lafferty. Again they burst here. Dermot Doherty, there's a good overlapping run. Contest 3.5 minutes old. Ryan Granahan, included at the 11th hour for this afternoon's game, breaks that up. Ronan Drummond now to Carty, to Blake. Look where the full forward is, 55 metres out. Sidesteps, left foot inside towards Dermot McInerney, caught behind his man. And it's Porrick Doherty for Carn now. Clearing his lines, well organised Carn outfit. Of course, Aodh Ruadh have locked horns with them a number of times this year with mixed fortunes. Drummond goes in, wins that ball at the expense of Fergal Matthews. Falls nicely for Goller now. First touch here for Thompson. Thompson is tossed. Thompson knocked off the ball rather easily, but he gets it back. Does well and wins the free. Just 4 minutes into the contest. And Mick McGrath, your views at this stage?
Well, both teams balanced now at the moment. Carn seem to be winning more possession, but Ballyshannon haven't settled really into the game yet in the first 5 minutes. But of course, a few scores will be very important.
McInerney's on the ball now, going round the outside. Looks for help. Stephen Perry tackled. Almost loses the ball. Eventually gets it back to Thompson, and Galler's available. Space opening up in front of him. Right-footed inside towards Blake once more. First big start of the year in the championship for Blake. Gives it across to Travers. First touch for Travers. Now it's with Loughlin, the skipper, driving it goalward, and he's missed the target. Porrick Loughlin. And of course this Aodh Ruadh side just beaten once this year, and that was in the championship against St Knowles. But they recovered, winning the second leg and eventually winning the playoff against St Knowles. Loughlin missing the target. He'll be disappointed with that. The Aodh Ruadh 10. The Aodh Ruadh side, well drilled, managed this year by Stephen Ward, his first season in charge. Defeated, of course, St Knowles, before that Fanet Gales and Urris to qualify for the showpiece in this year's Intermediate Reserve Championship. Beautiful afternoon for football in Convoy. Goller beaten to that one. Strong Carn centre field. That's a great block by Loughlin. Oh, he's dispossessed. He tried to give the ball off. And the Carndonagh man sent down the park, but David Finnerty leads it well. The army officer forward to Travers. Travers poking it forward towards Perry. Brother, wonderful footballer, of course. Sent forward now to Ryan Granahan with the yellow boots. The youngster comes through, the student at Colossus Columkill, opens his account and opens Aodh Ruadh's account. quite a large support here for the Ballyshannon boys. And Mick, your take on that last move?
Well, it's about settling down in the game, and as I said earlier, the Ballyshannon come into it more in the last couple of minutes. Carndonagh are closing them down a lot, so the room hasn't opened up yet for them. But hopefully now they will get a few strings together. But that's no mean Carndonagh team. There's a couple of big strong fellas out there, so Ballyshannon will have to watch out, and especially when they go carrying the ball and taking them on. I think they have to let the ball on into that inside full forward line a lot more.
Well, Granahan burst through there with some style, sending that over the bar, and it's the first score of the game after 6.5 minutes. And Aodh Ruadh with their noses in front. Drummond's on the ball now. Student at UCD, dispossessed. And Carndonagh breaking away with their wing half back, rather busy. That's Kieran Callahan. They've won a free. They're no way overawed by their opponents here today. Shot sent goalward, and that looks like it could be an equalising point. Paul Kane did punch it when it had crossed the bar, but yes indeed, Carndonagh are in level terms just 30 seconds after Aodh Ruadh fired over the point to put them in front. Carndonagh haven't been equalised, and that score coming from their centre half back of all men, Porrick Doherty. Barry Travers supposed to be marking him, but Travers taking more of an observation role and allowing him to come forward, fire over the opening score. So a point for Carndonagh and a point for Aodh Ruadh. Ryan Granahan in his first championship start of the season. Gollard jumps high, but Ryan Kelly jumps higher. Breaks down from Ronan Drummond. Back to Gollard once more. Kelly's still hurt. He's still on the deck following that challenge as Gallagher slips. Gallagher's nudged off the ball, but Porrick Loughlin helps to Darian. And the ref stopping play for treatment to the Carndonagh midfielder. That player is Ryan Kelly, and Mick McGrath, it's fair to say he's been influential in the opening stages here. He looks to have picked up a bang on the ankle.
Well, it'll be difficult to see whether they can maintain the closing down of the area that they have done in the first 10 minutes, because they're working hard, and fitness will tell an awful lot, I suppose, as the game progresses. And we are talking about reserve teams, but the Carndonagh player on the ground at the moment shipped a heavy, fair shoulder, I'd have to say that, and the referee has stopped the play now just while he gets treated. So it'll be interesting to see how Ballyshannon can adapt now in getting the ball, especially spread inside the inside man, a lot easier. They're getting difficulty at the moment in the middle of the field to do that.
Well, let's give you the teams. We were a couple of minutes late in getting started. Mick McGrath's driving skills letting him down in Barnesmore Gap. Paul Kane in goals for Aodh Ruadh. Rion Traynor right fullback. Michael Ward fullback with David Finnerty wearing 4. Gary Carty is 5. Ronan Drummond centre half back with Brian Dorian at left half back. In the middle of the field, as always, it's Martin Gollard partnered by Matthew Thompson. Porrick Loughlin captains the side from right half forward. Barry Travers is at 11. Ryan Granahan, the point scorer, at 12. Stephen Perry's at 13. Gareth Blake at 14, with Diarmuid McInerney at 15. The referee, Mickey Mulhern from the St Eunan's Club. For Carndonagh, Shane Gibbons in goal. Paul Lafferty, Conor McDonough and Aidan O'Callaghan make up the full-back line. It's Kieran O'Callaghan, Porrick Doherty and Billy Dempsey in the half-back line. Ryan Kelly, who's still being treated for that knock he picked up, is in centre field, alongside team captain Kevin Doherty. Fergal Matthews, Dermot Doherty and Shane Doherty are the half-forward line, while Barry Grant, JJ Doherty and Stephen Doherty make up the full-forward line. The Carndonagh player is back on his feet, feeling the effects of that knock. Captain, of course, is Kevin Doherty. He's 40 years of age at centre field. He's being marked by Matthew Thompson, who's just half that age or thereabouts. Gallagher spraying it out to the far side. Carty's gone forward. This could reach him. No, it's Granahan instead. Young man is going well this afternoon. Granahan again, and passing it off to Perry. Chance off the left, instead turns back into the danger zone. Thompson, Travers, scoring chance, must fire it over. Travers over the bar. Ballyshannon are back in front. Barry Travers with the score. Two of the Aodh Ruadh half-forward line now off the mark, and they make a good move there for Ballyshannon to stretch their advantage.
Yes, and anything that's getting into young Ryan Granahan seems to be the effective way forward at the moment, and his speed and his youth, I suppose, is bringing him forward, and he's done well there the few times he's gone on the attack, and his speed is getting away from his markers. While
conditions out on pitch level are indeed beautiful, where we're standing is literally in the middle of a bog. Cal, you may get a shot there of where our feet are positioned. This isn't pretty, I must say. As commentary positions go, you don't get much worse than this. So then we were told it was the place to be My, oh my, in our innocence we came here. We'll not be here for the second half. Brian Dorian showing his perhaps lack of training at underage level there, struggling to get that ball up. Barry Travers now. Travers is pushed, likes to make the most of any foul on him, does Travers. Known to play to the gallery a lot. I'm going to say works in Donegal County Council, but maybe employed by Donegal County Council might be a more apt way of putting it, as Loughlin gives that away. That is awful stuff from Pádraig Loughlin. He's blaming his boots, but really that was dire from the captain. This goes out the far side. Aidan O'Callaghan on the ball. Perry puts in a poor enough tackle now as it's sent forward. Shane Doherty on the ball for Carn. We're in Convoy on this 6th of November. Wonderful afternoon for Gaelic football, it must be said. Scoreboard reading 2 for Ballyshannon, 1 for Carn, and we're 12 minutes in, although play was stopped for 2 minutes as a result of an injury to Ryan Kelly. Here goes Kieran O'Callaghan, dangerous one in, and Paul Kane at 46 years of age, 46 stone or thereabouts, doing well to take that one on the chest. He suffered multiple injuries, 6 broken legs, 2 broken arms, 3 broken wrists, and that's just all in the last 3 weeks. Happily fit for today's final, as Loughlin gives it, this time amazingly gives it to an area player, and that player is Thompson. Thompson with a poor pass, lazy one inside. McInerney has taken it. The lonesome boatman, Jeremy McInerney, twisting and turning but really going nowhere. When he looks at that this evening, he'll realise what a bad move that was, and he's given away the free. Correct decision by the referee. McInerney punished. His mother not too far away from us. She's menacingly waving an umbrella at us and threatening to beat us for abusing her son. As Karen come forward here, Kieran O'Callaghan's the man on the ball. Stephen Perry tackling and dispossessing. Oh, he's done well. Bursting away with the ball. Pádraig Doherty now is the man in possession. He scored the opening Carndonagh point, still 2 points to 1. Stephen Ward on the line, the area manager, the new Jim McGuinness, they call him. As the Carn men come forward once more. Good block there, work its way to Granahan. Loughlin now. Loughlin to Travers. The hitman Travers gives it away and then stands back and watches it to add insult to injury. Look at him, he's not moving, just watching the Carn player come forward as he did for their opening point. And that's broken away by Gary Carty, man from the green grass of Lissaholly, giving it away. Bursting forward. Finnerty's come away with us. This runs to training, trains, then runs home. Loughlin, Finnerty once more. Here they go. Finnerty now. Has Travers available, and Travers again caught standing. I wonder, has he concrete in his boots? His wife Fiona said that he was on the scrambled eggs this morning, but perhaps he did sneak in a fry, because really he looks like a man that could be called ashore any minute now, does Barry Travers. Mick, your take on that? Barry Travers just can't get going at all. This is awful from him.
Well, I'll be, I suppose, protective of him and say that he's probably saving his steam for the second half, and that is to be proven yet, of course. But Ballyshannon have come in to it a bit more in the last 5 minutes, but they've wasted the ball going forward there, and they need to get more production out of it and get them forward to get the proper delivery.
Personally, I'm very disappointed with Travers. Hard to believe that he only turned 34 on the 25th of September, and that's all he can give us out there. Here's Michael Ward, first touch for the full back. High and long. Blake comes for it. A lot of posturing with Blake. You'll always get that. His father Kieran played on St. Joseph's teams in years of old. Blake with a couple of solos. Turns out to the right. What's going to come of this? Very little. Now Gareth, mother of divine God. And another chance goes a begging. 15 minutes in, and that wasn't a shooting position to be taking that on at all, Mick. We're just about to sink here. We're just about keeping our heads above water in this crazy commentary position that we've taken up. Mick, Blake's effort there. You'd see better at under-8 girls football.
Well, no, I think that's been a bit crude on him now. He did get the ball was delivered in, and he could make you eat those words before the game's over.
Hopefully, as Martin Goller is fouled out around the centre. Martin still showing the effects of a heavy weekend in Manchester just 2 weeks ago. And he had Jared Ferguson with them for company. Travers has given a good one here now to Perry. There's a goal chance if he goes for it. He does. It's in the back of the net, and the Aodh Ruadh have put a goal on the board after 15.5 minutes. And it's come from their top scorer over the current campaign, Stephen Perry. Amazingly, his brother not playing today. His older brother, of course, was GPA Player of the Year in 2005, won it again in 2007, but controversially left out of the panel by manager Stephen Ward, who obviously doesn't know a great deal about football. Shane Kelly's about to come in here. This could be the defining moment for Carndonagh. Number 20 will come on. His name is Shane Kelly. And a round of applause for the centre half forward Dermot Doherty, who didn't really get going. Mick McGrath looks for some dry ground there, and I don't think you're about to find it, Mick. It is indeed a dangerous place to be commentating on a football match. Planes fly over us here, and well, to say that the underfoot conditions, in the words of the legendary Brian Roper, who was known to comment on underfoot conditions in his day. Here's Carndonagh's point scorer, Porrick Doherty, the man marking Barry Travers, sending it inside, referee penalising Rion Traynor none too impressed. Chance now for the Carn men, and it's the man who's just gone in, Shane Kelly. He's going to leave it to be taken by Doherty. Doherty taking his time, pointing something out to the linesman. He's trying to steal a yard or two. Centre half back instead has come forward. He's also Doherty, Porrick Doherty. Quite handy in that most of this Carndonagh team tend to go by the surname of Doherty. But Aodh Ruadh now with clear daylight between themselves and their opponents. 1-2 to 1 point. And Porrick Doherty, the centre half back, giving this one plenty of air. Dangerous one inside, and oh, it almost, well, Kane had to be agile there. It has eventually gone over the bar, and well, impossible to tell who actually applied the finishing touch. It could well have been one of the Aodh Ruadh defenders in a moment of madness. But well, Mick, your take on the goal, that's ultimately what separates the sides at the moment. 17.5 minutes in, 1-2 to 2 points.
Yeah, it was a well constructed goal, and I suppose they've been threatening that, getting the ball into it, and it have to be fair. That it was executed excellently, and he picked the spot, the right corner, and let it fly, and it definitely delivered, and he's quite capable of doing that. I would have to disagree with some of the comments he made about his older brother, but we can take them back up in the studio at half time, I'm sure.
Correct indeed. There'll be a full half-time analysis, of course, back in studio with Martin Doyle anchoring the debate, and Porrick Fiddler Burns, and whoever else is left in the bridge end. Eugene Loughlin's probably in there, and John Patton may well be here. But the kick to be taken now, the free by Drummond. It's given as far as Loughlin, takes a knock, drives it on towards Blake. Surely the jersey pulled. Blake does well. Blake sending it across. Stephen Perry's coming onto this one, looking perhaps for a second goal if he can put a kick to it, and the referee amazingly gives the free out for the ball being touched on the ground. Well, that's why referees tend to take a bit of flack at games, because that's an amazing call by Mickey Mulhern. How he saw that from the centre of the park, I'm not so sure. Carn centre half back, their most influential player. Give Barry Travers some credit. He did supply the assist rather for the goal. His father Alphonsus and brother Liam here watching today. His brother Brendan and Michael Daly having tea on the far side, discussing positive press coverage for Ballyshannon. That ball is sent along the ground in the direction of corner forward, the bulky Barry Grant. He's won a free. Flags flutter on the far side of this pitch in Convoy, where we've managed to find the wettest spot, perhaps not just in East Donegal, but perhaps in County Donegal, to stand and high commentary on this Convoy production. The kick then from Porrick Doherty. Aodh Ruadh, intermediate reserve county final. This is the big one. Niamh Columkill, Niamh Fura, Niamh Columba, all fallen by the wayside at the hands of Carn. Aodh Ruadh were here a couple of weeks ago, beating Urris in the semi-final. From this angle earlier, this time taking that extra couple of seconds to prepare. A very good kick from the centre half back. That's the second point of the day. First coming from play, second from a place ball. Carn are back to within 2 points, Mick. They're determined to make a game of this.
Indeed, yeah. Everyone have had a lot of play in the last 10 minutes, but outside of the great goal was scored, they've wasted a few chances, and this game is far from over yet, and it's about getting the ball into that full forward line. I think that the Aodh Ruadh full forward line is better in the full back line, but getting the ball into it.
I look at the Aodh Ruadh bench, Ewan McGrath, who's put this team through a lot of psychological preparation for today's game. He's been the shrink, speaking to the boys at length. See also there Brian McGuinness had his shoulder injury, and Aidan Murray probably delighted not to be playing. Joe Watson also in a observational roll down on the dugout as Ronan Drummond gives a crazy ball out to the far side of the field. Hard to believe that young fella's in university that'd play a pass like that, but Granahan's kept it in play. He's done well, this young man. Father Raymond in the dugout, one of the most diligent trainers on the panel, as Blake spills it, but Travers has got onto it. Not great off the left foot, it must be said. Oh, it's fallen for Granahan again. He's blocked down. Good defensive cover by the Carn men. 3 of them collide, and the referee adjudges that they, well, somehow managed to foul each other and win a free. So 21 minutes exactly on the stopwatch. Game coming to an association with the Bridge End Bar in Ballyshannon. Team sponsors. Serious pressure on the landlord to throw up a drink this evening. If he doesn't, there'll be hell to pay. It was hard get when I heard after the semi-final, or so the word goes, but that will all have to be rectified later this evening. We'll have a chance to pay back in spades. Throw one up there. So anyway, at the other end, it's Dermot Doherty making a dash. Galler standing in his way. The breeze now favouring the Ballyshannon men, it must be said. 2-point advantage. Dermot Doherty cantering out to the far side, and off camera Ronan Drummond being tossed by his man. That's Shane Kelly, who came on a short time ago. Good Carndonagh attack now. Wing half forward, Fergal Matthews. Oh, Drummond does well, redeeming there, and well, struggling to get the ball off the deck, but poking it forward. Blake's found space. Blake to McInerney. Oh, he's going to win one, McInerney. Picked a big point that he's still talking about against St. Knowles in the playoff game. I think it was against St. Knowles at any rate. Here goes Blake. I should say it was Knowles. Blake off the left peg, loads of space, and again he's managed to miss. Well, he's consistent. He misses off the left and he misses off the right. And there surely can't be long left for Gareth Blake before we see the likes of Dermot Slevin or Joe Watson. Mick.
Well, Sean, you know, I think still there's more in Gareth Blake. I wouldn't be taking him off at all. I think that he's a man that can deliver. He's got good experience, and maybe he should be thinking about taking his man on and cutting in rather than taking the angles that he's taking at the moment. And they've got to get young Granahan and Perry on the ball. The two men have been thrown earlier on, and get more ball into them.
Gallagher's made a dispossession from the Gibbons kick out. Off to Thompson, the turkey they call him. Student. Spending a lot of his time around Sligo. McInerney now. Stephen Perry calling for it. McInerney goes round the outside, crosses the 45. He's going to shoot from a big distance. It's ambitious and it's wide. Bad option from McInerney. Maybe the couple of pints that he takes with the mag on a Friday night up about Finn McCool's are starting to tell. What do you think, Mick? He used to be a senior player, now he's a reserve player, and the third team has gone for him.
The team have actually been on the wagon for the last fortnight since the semi-final win. And,
no, they haven't.
Well, the rumour has it. So
Paul Kane was on the drink Friday night.
Now he brought off a good save there earlier.
He certainly did. Paul Kane, he'll never let you down. Wouldn't make a great undertaker. As Shane Gibbons gets ready with another kick out. Big goalkeeper this. Works in the Garda Síochána. Sending it out to the flank. Dermot Doherty jumping for it. Galler's reached high. Loughlin puts in a great shoulder. Loughlin fells his man. The crowd like that. Loughlin cutting in from the wing. Blake once more straight off the ground. And well, Gareth Blake knew as soon as he'd made contact with that ball the free was going against him. Still 1-2 for Aodh Ruadh. The goal coming from Stephen Perry. The points from Barry Travers and Ryan Granahan. And 3 Carndonagh points. 2 from Pádraig Doherty. And the other, we just don't have a clue who got it, to be honest. We could assign it perhaps to Barry Travers, an own point. Here's Dermot Doherty once more. He's busy. Loughlin tackles. Dermot Doherty again. Travers, oh, very feminine tackle from Barry Travers. As the Carn men come forward, Sean McLaughlin is the man, spraying it high into the air. What a woeful kick that was. Michael Ward shouldering, not dispossessing. Kelly comes round the outside. There's help here. This is Grant. That's a Barry Grant. Delivered. Carter back to within a point and sizable in short support here. Looking all his credit. Big day for their club. Silverware's eluded them for many's a long year at the competitive level.
Well, indeed, yeah, and there's some big lads out there playing for Carn. A lot of them have had first team experience as well, so they'll not be lacking in anything to do with commitment.
Yes, Paul Kane with the kick out. That's one of his longest of the day. He managed to send it about 45 metres. Here's the centre half back again. He's destroying Barry Travers. Forward he comes. Pádraig Doherty looking for the angle. He's a good ball player. He's just over carried that, and Doherty tosses him to the ground. He's disappointed. He's a good player, this guy. Travers now as they switched on to Kevin Doherty. He's 40 years of age. May suit Barry a little better. Free kick to be taken by Traynor. It's brought forward for descent from Doherty, and Galler will take 45 metres out. The newlywed Martin Galler. Wife Jessica in the crowd somewhere. That's a good delivery. Perry's away. His man gathering momentum. Coming to follow him. The Donegal Creamery's man. Past the Travers. Chance of a score. He's going to go for the goal, but really it should have been a point that he took. And can things get any worse for Barry Travers? He's just answered it there, Mick. They can.
Well, to be fair, he beat the goalkeeper, but there was a defender back on the line, and he cleared it off the line with his boot. So It was a good effort. He probably could have been more economical and just tapped it over the bar, but he's already got his point of the day, I suppose, and he's looking for his goal of the day now.
Sure, he's gone back a long way from the man who won an All-Ireland Community Games medal in 1990 under the late Willie Rogers and Jim Kane. But here he is today, still doing his bit. Gareth Blake, what's the odds? He hasn't scored yet today. Looking for an opener now, 26.5 minutes into the first half. 1-2 for Aodh Ruadh, 4 points for Carn. And Blakey, living in Sligo. Took a career break from football there for the last 7 or 8 years, but he's back now. And on the 45-metre line, getting ready to kick. Aodh Ruadh support there, you see it. A loyal, hardcore Jerry Ferguson and Co-Louise Hoy, and Blake has put that one over. That'll keep him on the field for another while. Gareth Blake with the 45, and it's now 1-3 Aodh Ruadh, 4 points for Carn. And the Aodh Ruadh support enjoying this afternoon in the sunshine. Nice crowd, it must be said, in Convoy, Mick, and most of them had the sense to stand on the footpath as opposed to in the bog.
Indeed, yes, those that arrived early could pick a good spot. And
well, when you're supposed to be picked up at 12:30 and your driver doesn't arrive until 1:10 it's tricky to get a good spot.
Yeah, well, we did do 80 going down the road, shot.
For any law enforcers listening, well, if there are speed cameras in the gap today, switch them off from about 1:30 to 2 o'clock. As that's sent forward, Michael Ward, good full back play, it must be said, to Dorian now. Dorian, get rid of it, Brian, please, please. Thompson, forward, oh, an awful ball from Thompson, really. He'll be thoroughly ashamed, his mother won't do best. Please, hard to believe Dara Dolan's his uncle out there in Bundoran, who was able to play a bit of football. As this one's sent forward now, the Carn men on the attack, that's the wing half forward. Oh, Kane, no! He was dipping under the bar from Fergal Matthews, and fair play to old Paul Kane, once more. And the hand is hurt, there's always an injury, he won't have time to get treatment just yet as he sprays that out to the wing, but that was in the back of the net only for Kane. Ronan Drummond labours it a little bit now before getting it to Loughlin. Captain drives forward, Casey Blair. Up the way he comes, it's all opened up for him. Aodh Ruadh 2 points up, inside to Blake, scored the last one, he's going to go for another one here off the right peg. Moving across, Perry wants it, Blake's going to shoot himself, determined to shoot himself, and he's delivered a second point of the afternoon for Blake, and Aodh Ruadh now with the goal cushion once more, Mick. 1-4 and 90 seconds of normal time remain.
Well, I did say that Gareth Blake would deliver, although you were taking him off about 15 minutes
Oh, indeed, and I was, yeah.
But I said that he would show his experience will come through at the end up, and great faith and confidence in the man, and more than you have, but I mean, I'll stick with it anyway, that he'll deliver on the day.
Well, there we have it. Laid on the line by Mick McGrath. Goller jumps, he was pushed, referee well positioned to see it. Goller free. Looking for McInerney. McInerney's kept it in. McInerney shoots, scoring that. Yes, Route 1 football. The Aodh Ruadh supporters like it. And Diarmuid McInerney opens his account. It took all of 29 minutes, but when it came, it was good. Diarmuid McInerney, the man who enjoys the fishing. Has his own boat, of course, parked in Cecil Vaughan's shed, he tells me.
He's in great shape this year. He's been training twice a day, early in the morning before he goes to work and when he comes home in the evening. So that commitment deserves getting the credit for him.
Training for what? Football training? Oh well, Martin Goller allowing that one to go over his head. Did he know a lot about it? Dorian with an awful pass. Carty watching, not tackling. Forward they come. Aodh Ruadh man now on the back foot. Shane Doherty sending it in, and Leon Traynor Cunnick had a stormer against Doris in the semi-final. Interesting game. The biggest talking point was the felling of the referee by the Irish corner forward late on. I'm sure he'll do a year on the sidelines for it. There's Barry Travers, for those of you that haven't seen him, he's wearing 11 for Aodh Ruadh. Here he is. Oh, he just walks by that ball, same as he does in open play. And Porrick Doherty, the 2-point man, the centre half back, getting ready to take this kick. This is a sailor in Carndonagh. Sailor out of Greencastle. Rock Coyle. Find a kicker. Already comes on the side of the right boot, and well, all 18 stone of Barry Grant unable to get up and keep that ball in play. So a kick out from the other 18 stone man, Paul Kane. Again being supported here by Father Teddy. Uncle Jim ain't too far away unless he's come back. Has he gone back to Cape Town to build those houses yet, Nick? Or is he here?
I don't know.
Collecting somewhere. Was he collecting at the gate when we came in?
No, he was not. No.
Okay. In then, getting ready. Another kick out. We'll be leaving Ballyshannon once this game is aired this evening. We'll be on a plane to Australia, please God.
You won't be getting a Christmas card from the Kane house anyway.
Or any other household for that matter. They know it's in good spirit. As Lachlan said, the disclaimer obviously that anyone watching this home production cannot sue for libel or defamation. Gareth Blake is tossed there, went down rather weakly. John Hurrell, the hitman, putting him to the ground. So Blake needing some treatment. Stephen Ward there chatting Pádraig Lachlan. They must think it's over. And here's Ewan McGrath, the man who's been behind a lot of the tactical stuff. Gary Carty dropping the water bottle. Well, consistency at least. Same as the football. Ewan McGrath there having a word with Carty as they discuss how to stop the downfall of this Carndonagh side. Good scoring spree by the Aodh Ruadh lads. 1-5 now on the board. 5 of the forwards have scored. Pádraig Lachlan, the odd man out. And the last couple of points, 2 from Blake and 1 from McInerney, see them with a healthy 4-point cushion. Double scores at this stage. 32 minutes on the stopwatch, and surely the referee can't have time for much more. But McInerney has a free, which he'll try and slot over from about 30 metres. Well, he's still dining out on the big kick against St. Noel's, but will this add to his tally? The answer is no. A woeful kick from Diarmuid McInerney, and the referee says he's seen enough, and indeed so have we, as we call time for half time.